It's time, fight fans and degenerate gamblers. Welcome to the Thick Boys Fight Club, where there are only two rules. Rule number one, always talk about Thick Boys Fight Club. Rule number two, talk about Thick Boys Fight Club even if no one wants to talk about Thick Boys Fight Club.
All right, guys, it is time. Fight week
for the fucking baddest motherfucker on the planet, Daniel Cormier, Stipe Miocic, number 3. I'm fucking pumped.
We're going to find out who the true GOAT of the heavyweight division is.
That's right, guys. Look, these two guys have the most credentials out of any heavyweights that have fought in the UFC. What they've accomplished in the sport. Look, we're going to break into it a little bit later, but we just can't express how excited we are for this fight.
Oh, yeah. Once again, as I like to say, the UFC does it again, gets us pumped one time a month, getting more excited than I was for the last fight, honestly. I mean, not really. Last month's event was fucking badass. No one can take that away. But I'm still pumped up. We get the real deal UFC pay-per-view. Not this fucking free shit.
Yeah, look, guys, you could possibly be watching Daniel Cormier's last fight of his career. All right? And this man,
I don't think we are. I don't think we're watching his last one.
I do think this is the last one. And you know what? That's why I got to savor this. I got to make sure I'm watching it. We're making margaritas, having tacos at my place. It's going to be a fucking celebration.
Can I tell real quick? I want to break down my fantasy of what happens if it goes down. If DC is to win, putting it out there, I would love it if randomly they did this wrestling style. John Jones music plays. John Jones comes walking out, calls him out, says there's still one thing you haven't done, and we finally, for once, on an even playing field, no steroids, no drugs, nothing, these two guys fight. So there is never a doubt in anyone's mind of anything different than this is the true outcome. That fight I would like to see one more time.
A third time? I don't want to see it. Look, I already know John Jones is the GOAT. There's no debating it. There's nobody that's as good as him. I'm sorry. John Jones, numero uno, bar none. Leave Daniel Cormier alone. Okay? Remember when we talked about, what was his name? The flyweight who just got knocked out by Figueroa.
Oh, yeah.
Cruz, right, or something?
Yes.
And how sometimes you're just born to be number 2. Well, I'm sorry, Daniel, you were born to be number 2 to John Jones.
And that's a true fan of DC right there, speaking the truth, saying this shit.
Hey, number 2 ain't bad. You are the second baddest dude.
It ain't. But, hey, Stipe might be the second baddest dude. We don't know yet.
Yeah,
we don't know yet.
We're going to find out.
All right, guys. And then real quick, as we're going to be doing for right now, as we said in the past, we'll have our T-shirt giveaway has started for our T-shirt giveaway number 2. This is going to be. We made a little mistake. Sorry about that. So this T-shirt will be for the Paulo Costa versus Israel Adesanya fight. That is the next pay-per-view after this one. So that will be the T-shirt to be picked. So, guys, as we've said in the past, as always, you have to subscribe, like, comment. That all gets you entries into the contest, as well as the past entries will be involved as well. Last time a guy won who literally just made one comment and a subscription. So, hey, guys, it's anyone's ball game on that. We broke it down. He had a 5% chance, and he pulled it off. So, just a little tip for you. Real quick, guys, let's just go over a little news out of the UFC before we break this card down for you and get you the information you need. I don't know if anyone else has seen this yet. I'm sure you have if you're an MMA fan, but my God, I think this is the dumbest move of all time that I've ever seen. Paige Van Zandt is going to go try out and do bare-knuckled boxing. My God. I mean, why don't you tell us what's going to happen with this?
She's probably going to make more money in one fight there than she did her entire UFC career.
No, there's no doubt about that. And you know what? And I'm sorry for that point. Maybe I'm the fool for saying something like that. You know, I mean, I mean, hey, I'll be honest with you. Maybe even I would for $1 million. I'd go fight Conor McGregor and let him fucking knock me the fuck out. I guess I would. You know, I think that's all this is. Will she go far in that business? I don't think so. Her boxing skills are terrible, to be honest with you.
Let's think about this. No one even knows who any of the champions are in that sport. It's just something cool to watch on occasion. And it is. That's all it is a money grab. She's going to get paid the most amount of money per fight she could possibly make. Good for her in that sense. If that's what she wants, is to make money. She's obviously knows that she's not the elite of MMA. She's not really going to be a champion.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah. Well, great human being, nice person.
Were you the one telling me about how the champ is someone she's beat already? Were you telling me this? Oh, okay. I forget who I was talking to about this. Yeah. So supposedly the champion right now of bare knuckle boxing is someone she's beaten already. But whereas the fact of how she won was by some type of submission. I'm not exactly sure which fight this was or who this woman is. Actually, it might have been a comment I read on Facebook or something like that, probably. But yeah, I was laughing because I think this is true. That's the champion, but she won by a submission, not in a boxing match. Her boxing skills are going to be, very far off from what she's going to need to compete in that whole deal. So, hey, like you say, wish her the best of luck. Glad she's making money. But if you're looking for wins, titles, and things like that, this was not the move for that.
Yeah, definitely not.
Also, guys, the UFC sometimes just has to make some cuts. And today, the news broke. We had some big names actually come flying off. First of all, I wouldn't say maybe not big is the wrong word to use, but we had Tai Tuivasa was let go. Beth Correa was let go. That's a pretty strong name. I mean, she fought Ronda Rousey back in the day a couple times, if I'm not mistaken. Mm-hmm. At one time, so yeah. And then as well as they have let go of that poor kid, Max Roshkoff. I believe I just said that correct, if I'm not mistaken. He was, if you guys don't know the name or it's not ringing a bell to you right now, he was that kid that in the beginning of a third round looked at his coaches and said, hey, it's time to throw the towel and I'm done. The announcer said you could see it in his face he was done. His cornerman sent him back out there. It caused a big commotion about a month ago. I'm sure now that I'm telling you this, you'll kind of remember. And, the referee stepped in, had the doctor check him out, and the doctor stopped it, thankfully, before it got out of hand. So, they cut that kid. I don't know how I feel about that one. I feel like he was trying to do the right thing. He knew he was getting his ass kicked. Why continue on, in one of your first UFC fights? I felt he was kind of let me live to fight another day scenario, but he's not going to get another chance.
Yeah, and see, he probably would have got the chance if his team had just thrown in the towel.
Yeah, maybe if his team would have thrown the towel, not making him look like that might have been the better outcome there for sure. But hey, sometimes it just kind of goes down like that.
Yep.
And then also, guys, real quick, I don't know how I feel about this one either, but Luke Rockhold he said he's not retiring. He's going to come fight one more time and talking about potential fights he wants to make. Ugh. That last fight, we were all kind of hoping he was going to hang up the gloves. Well.
Look, man, if Chris Weidman can do it, so can he.
True.
Chris Weidman's been knocked out way worse. Luke just broke his jaw a couple times, and let's be realistic. I will say this: Luke is one of the elite of the division. His chin just isn't holding up. I don't think he can make another title run with the list of contenders there are right now. But if he's just looking for some big money fights, then yeah, go for it. But slim chance he gets another title shot.
Yeah, no, I don't see another title shot at all in the horizon. He could maybe make a good gatekeeper, as we like to say, but we'll just kind of have to see how that all plays out. And yeah, that's about all I got. Wrap up the news for you guys. You got anything you saw there real quick?
Nope, that was it for me.
All right. Well, without further ado, then let's break these fights down.
That's
This
right.
is the time. You
This
know,
is UFC 252, Miocic Cormier 3. And, we've already talked about how excited we are for that main event, but let's just get right on. So we're only going to be breaking down 4 of the fights, seeing how one of the main card fights.
no. It got canceled.
Yeah, it got
That's
canceled,
all.
so we're doing 4 of the 5.
Yeah.
Someone else did get moved up a little late notice, so we didn't get the research in. But, so anyways, we're doing John Dodson coming in at 22-11, fighting in the bantamweight division against MERAB Dvalishvili, 11-4. And sorry, I totally forgot to look up Dvalishvili. Nick, why don't you talk about it while I just get up the odds for us real quick?
Oh, yeah. Break those odds up so we know. Well, guys, I think we're going to go with Dvalishvili on this one. The reasons are real simple. This kid is a wrestling machine. I mean, his takedown rate is amazing. It's going to be nonstop takedown after takedown from him. He's going to grind poor Dodson out till the bitter end. I don't expect to see any type of knockout or anything like that off this fight. I just believe that Fili is going to just continue to take him down. It's going to get Dodson extremely tired. I mean, put yourself in that position. If all you're doing the whole fight is trying to fight to stand up, I don't think Dodson's going to really have any type of answer for it. Yeah, Dodson's been around the block. There's no doubt about it. But our man Fili here is an up-and-coming star, someone to watch for. He's not on a pay-per-view for no reason. This is his time to shine.
Yeah, I'm with Nick on this one. Real quick, and the odds are right here. Dvalishvili is the minus 230 favorite. John Dodson plus 190, and the odds are like that for a reason.
Yeah.
Look, like Nick said, John Dodson's been around the division for a long time. He's fought the best there is, but he's consistently lost to the best. And look, he's a good boxer. He does have knockout power. He did win his last fight by knockout, but before that, he hadn't knocked anyone out since 2016. He's been up and down, win one, lose one. He's got heavy hands. He's got some decent kicks, some good takedowns. He likes to catch kicks, take people down. Doesn't have really good control once he gets them there, though. People tend to get it pretty quick and easily. Where with Dvalishvili here, look, this guy is insane. His cardio is ridiculous. He went and set a pace in his last fight against the newcomer and just steamrolled this kid. And what you forget is this was in Albuquerque, where he's at elevation. And what the team said about him was, we didn't even tell him it was at elevation because we knew he would just train even harder, and we had to reel him in. And he looked great. He did look a little tired at the end, but that's because he was doing all the work. He was taking him down, throwing leg kicks, head kicks, just changing levels beautifully. He's really big for the division, so strong in the clinch. He's got some really good ground and pound. And what I like is that his striking has been evolving under Ray Longo. His jiu-jitsu coach is going to be Matt Serra. And he's really becoming that complete mixed martial artist. The one thing I do worry about is his strikes are, besides his kicks, his punches do look slow, a little labored, where John Dodson is definitely the much cleaner boxer. But Dodson's volume is too low. He's a counter striker. He's reacting to what his opponents do to him, where Dvalishvili is the kind of guy, he sets the pace. He sets what's going on. He's dictating the fight. And so this plays perfectly into his style. And I think he's just really going to overwhelm John Dodson, who is actually very small for that division. When you're looking at him compared to other guys, I've never once thought, you're big for this class. Everyone he fights makes him look small.
Yeah, for sure. No, he's a small little dude. There's something to say for that.
Yeah. Look, and one thing I'd like to say really fast just to MERAB is please consider going to AKA. Go train with Daniel Cormier, Khabib, and all those savages who do what you do. Those guys do what you do to the highest level. Imagine if he went over there, started training with those guys. What an absolute savage he would be. Look, you're still going to be great with Matt Serra and them. But these guys do what you do, only better, and they would only help you become even better than you already are.
Oh, yeah.
So that would be my only thing is like I would love to see him go over to AK.
Well, then he'll become a killer.
Yeah.
Would make him a killer. He's already a killer, honestly.
Yeah, definitely. Look, guys, it's probably going to be a 3-round decision. I doubt he submits him. John Dodson's a tough dude, but it's probably just going to be a 3-round decision. That's what MERAB here does.
That's what I think too. So that's why if there's does it have the over-unders on that fight yet?
It does not have the over-unders, unfortunately.
I'll just suggest putting an over bet on that one. I like that pick as well for that. I think that this is going to be the decision fight of the night is my gut feeling.
Yeah. If you're a fan of wrestling, let me tell you guys, this is the one to watch. It is so beautiful to watch. His timing, him changing levels, and everything is just so technically perfect. It's just a thing of beauty. I don't know what else to say.
Exactly.
But moving on, next up in the heavyweight division, we have Junior Dos Santos, 21-7. He's coming in as a plus 120 underdog, fighting in the heavyweight division against JAIRZINHO Rozenstruik, 10-1, the minus 140 favorite. I'll just start it off. Look, guys, last time Rozenstruik fought, we told you to bet everything against him. Take your mortgage, put it on Francis Ngannou. It was going to be a quick night of work, and that's exactly what it was. The man was put out cold. He was out of it for like at least 30 seconds, and the commentators were even saying when the doctor stood him up and have him walking around, they're like, what are they doing? Why is he walking around? He clearly has no idea what the fuck is happening. Look, he's a good kickboxer. He's got good straights, but like I said last time, his punches are very slow. His kicks, they do have some speed to him, but his punching, you can see him a mile away. Junior Dos Santos is a great boxer. He's still got the speed, surprisingly, still has the power, pretty good head movement. He does have a tendency to run away and turn his back to his opponent, which can be scary and has gotten him in trouble a couple times. But I think the speed is going to be the deciding factor here. And on top of that, he just has more tools to win this fight. Nick?
Yeah. As my man Ty was just saying right now, speed kills. And that's exactly what's going to happen on this card. Sorry, guys. I wish I had the stat in front of me, but I saw it earlier. Junior Dos Santos' rate of his rates of punches over is like he's a whole point ahead of Rozenstruik. That's what's going to win this fight, and I think this is easy money on an underdog that is a sleeper. On top of that, I mean, guys, we can't get confused here. This is a heavyweight fight, and these guys hit with power. That's why they are heavyweights. These guys' hands are heavy. Rozenstruik's hands are heavy. Now, I'm not going to go as far deep in this tire. Well, I don't think he's even saying this, though. Don't put your mortgage against this one. But the money is there on Junior Dos Santos. I believe he can pull this off. He's going to be the faster. Like Ty just said, he has more tools. If they go to the ground, he has the ability to tap him out. Rozenstruik, we've never seen anything like that from him. So there's probably nothing really there. You know, he's just a big dude. That's all he is. Plain and simple.
He's a big, good kickboxer that hits hard. But we saw it with Alistair Overeem, was able to take him down with ease, ground and pound him, and literally was going to win that fight, but he got caught in like literally the last 4 seconds of the fight.
Something. Exactly.
Look, sorry, go on.
No, I was just going to say, now I'm just, you know, when we break it down, just so we can see the whole picture of the whole thing. Now, the only thing that is a concern with Junior Dos Santos is he has been knocked out in his last 2 fights. But we have to look at the level of competition as well. I mean, we're talking about Curtis Blades and Francis Ngannou. Now, there's no such thing as MMA math here, but it is, you know, something to say the fact that he did last longer against Ngannou than that dude did. I mean, that dude only lasted like, what, 30 or 40 seconds is, you know, what it was? Yep. You know, Dos Santos here almost lasted a whole round. So I think his chin is still up to it. I wouldn't be too nervous about it. I am a little nervous about it because, hey, at the end of the day, guys, like I was just saying, these are heavyweights, and getting hit and clipped is a lot different than getting hit and clipped by a lightweight or a middleweight or goes for so on. These guys have heavy, heavy hands. So, you know, as we just like to say, we give you guys the most expert advice on gambling and our opinions here. And I think, though, the money is on Junior Dos Santos for sure at plus 120. But as I'm telling you, keep in the back of your mind, these are heavyweights.
Yeah, look, if I was Junior Dos Santos' corner, I would just honestly tell, like, seeing that he has been knocked out twice is, why don't we go the route of Alistair Overeem? Why don't we have that same game plan? Look, Junior Dos Santos is a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Why not
Exactly.
take him down? It's mixed martial arts. I emphasize this all the time. You have more ways to win than just knocking a dude out.
Exactly.
You have such a clear advantage of something. Please use it. Just take him down, submit him, ground him, pound him. Like, you got nasty strikes. It's even nastier when the dude's head is stuck against the canvas. Just, it would be nice to see that, and for Junior Dos Santos just to not take as much punishment.
Exactly. So as long as he takes him down, I think we got this one in the bag. If he decides to stand up and strike, I will be a little nervous, even though I still think he can win striking because he's faster than him. But the smarter way is definitely on the ground here. There is no doubt about that.
Yeah.
For sure.
All right. Coming up next in the bantamweight division, Nick's favorite.
Yeah.
Sugar Train is here with Sugar
Sugar
Sean
Show.
O'Malley. It's coming in as a nice 12-0, minus 310 favorite, fighting Marlon Vera, 15-6-1, plus 255. Nick, this is your boy. I'll let you take it away.
Sean O'Malley has the skills to pay the bills, baby, and he's going to show it off once again this time. This kid's, I mean, we already know, striking, unbelievable. Unbelievable. Ground game, he got it. He got it all. As Ty was pointing out to me earlier, you know, Vera likes to fight with his hands down. I went and watched some footage, and it is clear as day that this fight is calling for a knockout from Sean O'Malley all day long. I also love my boy, loves the shit talk. I love it. He even put a comment out there. Vera wants to go to the ground? Let's go to the ground. I'll show him that I can choke him out down there as well. So, you know, he's talking a game. We're going to find out if he backs it up. I think he can. You know, Marlon Vera, he's getting a little older these days. He ain't the same guy that he once was. Sugar Sean O'Malley rising to the top rather fast.
Yeah, look, I'm with Nick. Sugar Sean's probably going to win this fight. It doesn't, like, I have accepted the ticket onto the Sugar Train. I was wrong. He won last time. I bet against him. And look, the guy he's a beautiful knockout artist. There's no denying it. He's great at using distance, gauging, you know, he's an excellent counter striker. He just has the ability to see. Sorry, turn this phone off. My apologies. But he's just got this beautiful ability to gauge range, counter strike, and just drop people with nasty knockout power. It's, to me, when I'm watching him, I'm seeing a cross of Lyoto Machida and Conor McGregor. It hurts me to say these things, but that's what I see, man. It is beautiful. However, I know he says that he can choke out Marlon Vera, but let's be realistic here. He's a purple belt. We haven't seen it. Marlon Vera here is a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, and I do think if they go to the ground, he does have a clear advantage. He has submitted people before. It's generally off of his back. When he's been taken down, he's not a guy who goes out and takes people down. That's not his style. His best takedown is a knockdown, as I like to say. He prefers a brawl. He's got some good knees in the clinch. He is strong for that division, but I do think Sean O'Malley is very strong for the division as well, and I think on fight day will be the bigger man. Saying all this, like Nick mentioned, Vera keeps his hands low, has a tendency after he swings to drop his hands to his chest, not bring them back up to his chin, and that's the reason he's going to get knocked out on Saturday night. I don't see it going any other way.
I don't think it's going any other way. As I'm saying, that's why I wish there was almost a prop bet you could put in. I won't have a way to put it in. Maybe you guys out there do. That 3 out of 4 of these fights will end by knockout, because that's what we're looking at right now. I mean, Junior Dos Santos, possibility that fight too. Possibility that he grinds that guy out. There is a possibility, but there's also a possibility that one of them just gets cracked and goes down, being heavyweights. You know, but this is going to end, you know, I wouldn't know if I would call it a first-round knockout. Sugar don't usually roll like that, honestly. Usually the first round's kind of a feel-out, and then the second round's when he comes in and finishes him off. I believe he got knocked out in the second round last time, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, man, it's the sugar show, Ty.
Yeah, look,
Embrace it. Embrace
I'm
it.
trying my best. I'm on the fucking train. I'm at the back. I'm not at the front. I wasn't there early enough. I'm sitting at the back of the train watching the show.
He
and
is
look,
12-0 for a reason.
I'm excited. I'm excited to see where this goes. But I've talked to Nick about this before. I see Dana White. His eyes are green. He just sees the dollar signs, and he's spoon feeding him the ideal matchups for him to rise through the rankings. And Nick here said supposedly the talks is if O'Malley wins this fight and Dvalishvili wins his fight, they're going to fight.
Yeah.
Dvalishvili. If he wins, they're going to fight. Let me tell you, there is no fucking way that they will put that fight together. I will buy Nick here a Sugar Sean O'Malley t-shirt if they put
You heard it first.
I will willing to fucking say that because there's no way Dana White is going to put at risk his next big money maker. Okay? There's no
Hey,
chance.
man. Listen. Just because you want to hate on Conor McGregor and now you want to hate on Sean O'Malley, let me tell you guys something. Ty here loves to hate on fighters. That's what he likes to do. He likes to hate on fighters that everyone loves. He wants the bad guy to win.
Look, Nick, we were just talking about this before the show. You can love whoever you love. My personal favorites are the guys who don't talk shit, show up to the fight, beat the crap out of people, and walk away. I want guys to just do work in the cage. And I want the guys who go through the gauntlet. I don't want the guys who took how I would manage a fighter. Those wouldn't be my favorite fighters. The ones that I manage being like, we're going to fucking cherry pick and get you to the top. Those wouldn't be my guys.
At least you admit.
Oh,
that's a good thing. At least you admit that
I
you
understand why they do it, right? Like, you got to build up, these superstars and all these things because Sean O'Malley, he does have all the talent. And if you give him enough time and he develops a great ground game and good takedown defense, because that's all he needs is time to develop these things, he can be one of the best in the division, no doubt about it.
Yeah, well, and the hard thing is about this is these poor guys. You have you got to remember this. You have only so long, right? Your window of opportunity to strike is for so long. I mean, let's look back at Jorge Masvidal, for instance. Like you said, you like the guy who grinded it out. Jorge has grinded it out. No doubt about it.
Yeah.
Grinded it out. Now, didn't really work out for him. He just grinded it out. And honestly, no one really knew who the fuck he was as of a year ago. That was the God-honest truth. You and I knew who Jorge Masvidal was. No one knew who Jorge Masvidal was until he threw punches after, not even during a fight, after a fight and interview.
No, look, it's because he changed his style to finishing fights. That's
100%. No. You're right. But you can't deny that him single-handedly walking up to that dude and throwing a fucking 3-piece and a soda at it, or a 2-piece and whatever he said, I don't remember anymore, is what made him extremely... It took him from being here to here, overnight. Now, you have Sean O'Malley here who already has this following. Now, he has a following for a couple things, obviously. Last time it was everyone's talking about his hair. Now everyone's talking about his hair again. He's doing wacky things. He's painted his hair in the colors of the gentleman's country. That's where he's walking in with. Did you know? I don't know if you knew this.
Look, man, I'm just going to say this. If we went to, a backyard fight, right?
Yeah.
We walked in. We got invited. Hey, man, there's a fight at fucking so-and-so's house. You want to go watch and put some...
Of course, I would agree.
And we
yes.
see that kid? We see that kid? That's the douche. That's the douche.
Oh, no,
that scrub is getting knocked the fuck out.
You are 100% right. There aren't even that is the dude I would say. And I would know that. I'll be honest with you. I would actually tell you. I hope that kid gets knocked the fuck out.
Yeah. I don't understand. Besides, look, like you said, great knockout artist. That's cool and everything, but I don't.
Well, as I'm just saying, he's branding himself. Dana White sees it. Dana White's loving it, obviously. So Dana White's going to take him to the top. Now, earlier we were saying was where even I started chuckling hysterically. I mean, this poor kid, though, he has decided to come into this division at probably a time when his division is honestly probably going to end up heating up to be one of the best divisions in the UFC here shortly. Like, to be honest with you, as far as competition goes.
Oh, yeah. It's definitely one of the deepest divisions.
It's one of the deeper ones right now. It's the one that most people, I think, are even excited about because we're talking about Peter Yan.
Yeah, Aljamain Sterling.
Dvalishvili. We're talking about goddamn Cody Garbrandt. I mean, they are talking about fucking killers. Not this before. This used to be, oh, those are the little guys. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
These are fucking killers. Yeah, and I'm sorry, guys. I like Sugar Sean and everything, but I'm telling you right now, if you as a fan truly think that dude's gonna go up there, when he wins this fight and he has to fight one of these dudes, if you truly are dumb enough to put all your money on him, I'm sorry. You are a fucking fool. Even I am reckless, and I won't even continue to do that shit. Because that is fucking crazy. If you think he's going to beat Cody Garbrandt, come on.
Yeah. Okay, we've talked about this. It's time to move the fuck on. We went a little long on that one.
That's all right. Fuck.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it's going to be a fun watch. See where this train goes. Just enjoy the ride, guys.
Ride it until it's off the tracks. That's all you can do. But the next one is the real deal, Holyfield. Here we go.
One I've been waiting for. Nick's been waiting for. I hope all of you have been waiting for it. Look, the two greatest heavyweights the UFC has ever seen are about to throw down. You have coming in as Stipe Miocic, 19-3, as the heavyweight champion, as a slight underdog, but still minus money at minus 105, fighting my hometown or my hero, Daniel Cormier, 22-2 and 1, coming in as a minus 115 favorite. Look, guys, I'm gonna take this away because I've been a DC. I call myself. I believe I coined this term, a DC dick rider, guys. I've been fucking on this dude from when he joined Strikeforce. When I watched him knock Antonio Bigfoot Silva out. He came in as an alternate into the heavyweight Grand Prix, takes out Bigfoot Silva. Then he takes out Josh Barnett in stunning fashion, just a complete wrestling clinic on one of the best catch wrestlers to ever do it in the sport. Then he beats Fabricio Verdum for all the fucking marbles, who had just beaten Fedor Emelianenko. Comes to the UFC. Would have been heavyweight champion, but you know why he goes down to light heavyweight? Because his boy, Cain Velasquez, is reigning the division, so he goes down to light heavyweight and is the best light heavyweight down there, not named John Jones. This man, this is the kind of guy I find as a hero. This man went through the fucking gauntlet, the who's who of the heavyweight and light heavyweight divisions. He's beaten Anthony Rumble Johnson twice.
They ask you who you think's going to win the fight, not whose dick you suck. Okay?
Dude, this is who's going to win this fight. This is who's going to win the fight. Just listen to his credentials, man. Like I just said, wins the Strikeforce heavyweight Grand Prix, moves to light heavyweight, walks through Anthony Rumble Johnson, not once, but twice, beats Alexander Gustafsson, defeats Alexander Volkanovski, moves up to heavyweight, knocks Stipe out, blows through the Black Beast, and then is working Stipe. He wasn't just kind of winning. He was working Stipe in that second fight.
But he lost.
But you know what I'll give it? Stipe got a nice game plan together, adjusted his game, got the liver shot, and TKO'd him. But I'm going to tell you guys all right now, the best version of DC is coming here on Saturday night. And the best version of Daniel Cormier is hands down 10 times, I don't know how many times better, but he is hands down better than the best version of Stipe Miocic. I don't care what you say. Miocic here has some fucking serious issues. He's flat-footed. He's predominantly just a boxer. He can wrestle, but you think he's going to take down an Olympian? A national champion? I don't think so.
He did, though.
Yeah, but he took him down. Did he hold him down? Did he land any strikes on the ground? No. Right back up to his feet. When Daniel Cormier took him down, literally lifted him over his head and slammed him to the ground, held him there for 2 minutes, and then in the last 15 seconds, let him to his feet so that he had to work, so that he would tire himself out getting to his feet. Daniel Cormier, if he wins this fight on Saturday night, guys, I'm telling you right now, he is the GOAT next to John Jones. John Jones is number one. greatest of all time. Then I'm going to say Daniel Cormier. Then I'm going to say George St. Pierre.
So, no respect for Stipe, even though he's defended the heavyweight belt more times than anyone.
Yeah, no. Look, I'm not saying that Stipe is not good. But sometimes there comes a point in your life when you're, like we said, the second best. You're going to be that number 2 guy. And guess who the number 1 guy is going to be? It's Daniel Cormier. He said he was hurt and couldn't train wrestling for his last matchup. Now imagine, he says he's healthy. He says he's coming in the best shape of his life. He says he's going to be snatching single legs every moment of this fight. He's going to turn this into a wrestling clinic. Do you not believe the guy?
I'll believe what I need to see on Friday, honestly. That's when I will tell you for reals what I truly think. You know, when we see DC step on the scale, if he's looking thin, trim, then my God, yeah, people, pull your pocketbooks out and write the goddamn check, because that's the man who's going to win. Now, as we talked about, this show is about us telling you, giving us our prediction on what the best possible outcome for you as the fan, so you can make a serious decision. You know, I gotta say, as much as this kills me to say, because I am a Stipe fan, there is no doubt about that Daniel Cormier has more skills to win this fight than Stipe does. You know, as I was watching the Embedded last night, they actually said exactly the perfect phrase for what it was of how Stipe won that last fight. His fight IQ, yes, extremely high. There's no doubt about that. Ty, you can't take that away from him. That's how he defended the a heavyweight title 5 times. That's how he did it.
No, he's only defended it 3 times.
3 times. Sorry, 3 times.
He's defended the title 3 times.
But that's how he got
championship fights.
Yes, 5 championship fights. You're right. Sorry. That's how he got away with that, though. You know, you got to be a smart man in that game. These guys hit hard. They come fast. It is what it is. Now, we're going to see what happens here. But what I don't like out of Stipe's corner already is how at first he was crying about the ring. And by all means, he has every reason to cry about it. Yeah, I think we are going to see single leg, single leg, single leg, single leg all night long. I think that's going to all she wrote. Now, we're going to see if, though, DC's cardio can hang in there. We've seen that dude gas out before. No doubt about that. We have seen that. You can't deny that, Ty.
Real quick, you've seen him gas out. Besides John Jones, who did he lose to?
Hey, man, I'm just saying it's going to be a hard night's work to keep taking down that dude. Just saying, it really could be.
Look, man, this fight is going to be very similar to the Anthony Johnson fight. When I was looking back through the Rumble Johnson, when you're looking back at guys who best imitate or are most like Stipe Miocic, it's Anthony Rumble Johnson. The only difference is he's much scarier. He has much heavier hands. This guy's takedown defense, I think, is personally better than Stipe's. I think his wrestling is better than Stipe's. All around, I think Rumble Johnson is the scarier dude. The only difference is that Stipe is slightly larger. I believe he's a couple inches taller and he weighs a few more pounds, but that's only because Rumble Johnson had to weigh in at 205. You know what I mean? Like, Rumble Johnson could easily be a fucking heavyweight.
Yeah.
And look, he worked that dude.
Yeah.
And look, it's just like, watch the first fight, watch the second fight. Besides given, like we said, the liver shots were a thing of beauty, and it was a great fight IQ moment to adjust the game plan and find the weakness. But just, I don't know. Like, if you want Stipe to win, I can't see it. I'm just trying to think of.
Well, that's what I'm going to say.
Like one punch knockout. You can't
No.
see that as a way to win.
I'm going to literally say this right now to the fans. I have just presented you with the arguments, and Ty here has just shut them all down. So as I said, smart money is 100% on DC. There is no doubt about it. Chances of him winning probably are in the higher 70%. a little under 80%. That's the god honest truth right there. DC can probably get this done. Now, other factors going into it, DC winning, riding off in the sunset, something to say for that too. Dude knows it's his last fight. He could be, that's why I believe he possibly might really truly be in the best shape of his life, because he wants to go out with a bang. You got all that going into it too. But on top of it, as we said, we have a smaller cage, which is way better for the wrestler in that. Even though I know the foot, what are we talking, like 5 feet or something difference is really all we're talking about.
Yeah.
It's not, but it is going to be a difference. I think you're absolutely right. As we saw in the second fight too, as he picked him up over his head, there is no doubt about it that Jon Jones can pick this man up and basically do whatever the fuck he wants with him. That's the god. That's for
Daniel
sure.
Cormier can
do that. Daniel Cormier can do that. So with that being said, guys, yeah, I can see this being a long night for poor Stipe. And, Stipe had a good run. And that's the other thing I don't want to talk about this with you, like we were saying. What's an outcome for both of these guys here, honestly?
Well, look, we'll break it. I'll tell you what I think is going to happen. If either, I'll do it as if DC won and one if Stipe wins.
Yeah.
If Daniel Cormier wins and he rides off into the sunset, best case for Stipe is that he has to sit on the sidelines while Francis Ngannou and Derek Lewis fight for the heavyweight title. Right? I would personally like to see Stipe fight Curtis Blades for that next spot to fight either the winner of Francis Ngannou or Derek Lewis. But that's the way I see it if DC wins this whole thing. If Stipe wins it, then you're 100% just getting the Francis Ngannou rematch.
Yeah.
That's the only way. Stipe, I know we joke that he might retire, and just shock the UFC, just for shits and giggles, but that's not what he's going to do. He's going to want to cement his legacy.
I think so, man. I think that's the thing what we're all not realizing here is, and you might, as the UFC fan, you might want to soak this moment in, because there is a possibility that this is the last time we see both of these guys fight. It is a true possibility. You can't rule it out. And I'm saying either one wins, because think about this. What if DC does beat this dude so bad that he is like, man, I don't know if I want to do this anymore? No doubt about it. Slams him down, shatters collarbone or something like that. These are all things likely that could happen. You know what I mean? There's no doubt. We'll have to see, man. I think this is going to be a great fight, though, nonetheless. I don't see a quick knockout like we did the first one. I think it's going to be similar to the second one. We're going to go into the later rounds, and that's when something's going to happen. It's who's going to make a mistake first is probably truly what this will come down to, just like the second time. And the first time was the same thing, obviously. Stipe made a mistake. What's scary for me, too, if you are a Stipe fan, is you didn't even truly, though, get a chance to see DC's true wrestling in either one of the matches. You got just a taste. And people forget that, honestly, like Ty said earlier, DC trains with Khabib. So he has the ability to do exactly what Khabib does, where he will take you down, hold you down, let you back up, as Ty said, take you back down just for fun, let you back up, take you back down, get him so tired that could be all how she wrote. And, yeah, I got to agree with Ty here. Chances are that's probably what's going to happen. It's not the outcome I want, folks. I want to make that clear. It ain't the outcome I want, but it's the outcome that's reality.
Yeah, guys, what you're going to see is single legs, Stipe pushed up against the side of the cage. Daniel Cormier might not even try to take him down. He might just pin him up against the cage, dirty box, keep him trapped there. Because, look, DC is a Greco-Roman champion. He's an American freestyle champion. It's what we saw with Curtis Blades. It's what we see with these elite level wrestlers. It's because they have this skill that dictates a fight. The question, Stipe is going to be having to adjust his game to what DC wants. DC is not going to be adjusting his game to what Stipe wants to do. He knows what Stipe wants to do. He wants to stand and bang at distance, at range. He does not want DC close, dirty boxing, clinching with him. He just wants to play a chess game at range. But if DC can turn this into an ugly fight, with dirty boxing and clinch work and wrestling, I don't see any other way than it going in his favor.
I don't either. I hate to say it, I just don't either. So that's the picks, guys. Just to round up one more time, Ty. So we got, what do we got here? We've got Daniel
MERAB,
Cormier. Oh, you want to start? Go that way.
We'll start from the bottom. MERAB Dvalishvili coming in as the minus 225 favorite. And then we picked Junior Dos Santos, the plus 120 underdog. Then we've also got, of course, the Sugar Show, Sean O'Malley, minus 310. And then we're taking Daniel Cormier, minus 115 to wrap it all up. Look, guys, tune into this fight. You're watching history being made. Whoever wins this is going to be considered the greatest heavyweight of all time.
100%.
No doubt about it.
It's going to be a great fight, no matter how you put it. We're going to see some spectacular knockouts on this card, I think. I can feel it in my bones. We're going to see a good matches. These are all skilled players. I can't wait. But yeah, as guys, we will be back. Maybe we'll be back Sunday morning. We are having a party, as we said, for this one, so I doubt the recap show. You might have to wait till Monday for the recap show. We'll see how we're feeling. But yeah, I doubt. You know what? I'm gonna call it right now. We'll be back Monday with the recap show, guys.
Yeah, you guys will get it Monday night.
Yeah, we'll get it Monday night. And yeah, guys, enjoy the fight Saturday. We will. I just want to put it out there. We did go 5 for 5 last week, so we'll see if we're still red hot and can continue that trend on this one. I think we can do it, guys. But by always, good luck. Hang in there.
And let's celebrate on Saturday.
Celebrate Saturday night with some money, baby. All right, guys. Thank you so much. As always, like, comment, subscribe if you want to be entered into the T-shirt contest. All right.
Peace.